All right, so took a break on that little video there. So this might be part 2, depends on when I edit it. We'll see. So now I'm going to come in here real quickly, get that shape in. That's way too close. So bring this in. I don't like that edge on there. There we go. That feels about right. Okay. Do the same thing here. Like you can see that I'm doing my fair share of erasing. All right. Part of doing this is okay. Now I'll come over here. And students ask me all the time, is this very important to do? Yes. Understanding this is critical, especially if you're in design classes. Now, my hallway feels pretty good. I'm going to get rid of my lines that are information lines, connect any gaps that I might have here at this point. So I don't get confused. And I can get rid of the horizon at this point, because now I'm at detailing at this point. Now, I have 2 lights on my hallway. So I'm going to take my dot at this point, and I'm going to make one line going straight all the way up. Okay? And I did that very lightly. Alrighty. Had a little glitch there. That's part of it. So I drew a simple line going up for the lights. Now I'm going to take this little dot here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come all the way up. Okay? Then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. And so basically I'm making this nice little V-like shape. Okay? And it kind of tells me where my ceiling spaces are. Now, these little areas, one's really kind of close to my door, so I'm going to make and notice it is very small, okay, from the distance. Then my next one, I'm going to look, and it's right about here. It's pretty darn close to the edge of my door. Okay. And then it goes up, and it should be a little bit bigger than the last one. Okay. So then the other one is right here next to my head. If I wanted to, I could add it. Okay. And this one is quite larger. All right. Now I can get rid of all my lines. Thing, doorknobs. Okay. Gonna look right here. My doorknob starts right about here. So I'm gonna make my circle right there. This one a little bit smaller. All right. Keep the information about the same. Okay. So I'm going to line this one right here. And put the next one right there. All right. There's another little outer rim on my doorknob here, since it's a circle doorknob. So I'm just going to draw my circle going around. Again, it's all about details. Now, if I wanted to get in here and do floor pattern, surely I could. I could come in, start centered, and work my way out. All right. Now, that feels good to me. Time to add value. So I'm going to get a nice little pencil here, and I'm going to start hitting my shadows, going one direction. It's darker in the back area here. Now right about here, I start to see a light source building around my wall because of that light. So I'm just going to kind of hit up around that area. Now I'm going to come in a little heavier with my hand. Kind of got my tones there now. And I'm really starting to pound in the darkness. Give myself some extra contrast here. See a little bit of shadow underneath my door frame there. A few of the wood frames, I can actually see that the wood's a little darker in my picture, so I'm going to kind of give that wood a little bit of an effect there with some line work. And we're starting to get some value in there. It's starting to feel good. Remember, we want this to feel like a drawing, not a photograph. That is the key, because if you wanted a photograph, just take a photograph. Make sure your marks are seen, okay? That's part of the beauty of a drawing, is getting those angles. Now in here I see a nice little shadow. I want to make sure I cover inside here. I'm going to get this little bit of a detail. And it's pretty dark in there. Okay. Starting to feel pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to kind of soften up around here. Take my hand, smear some tone around real quickly. Take my eraser and pull out any highlights. And if you notice, everything that I'm using is things that you might have laying around your house, like #2 pencils. Okay, I did choose a darker colored pencil to add my tones. Hopefully you might have a darker pencil in your house, but if not, just use a regular pencil. And by erasing here, I feel like I'm getting a nice little tone value building. And I see a little bit of spots on the floor, so I'm just going to hit those up real quickly. Put some highlights in there too. Get the wood grain. Looking at everything, I feel pretty pleased with this. I could sit here and fuss with it if I needed to, but I feel pretty good about all my setup here. I feel it's got a nice little value. I can hit up anything extra, and I can play around in here and hit details all day long, but then this video would be 8 hours long. But for this is what I'm looking for, is can you draw a nice hallway? All right. On that note, I will do the next video. There will not be any talking, but you will see me build from that more complex hallway. This one's a little easier, but it will take you some time. Expect about 30-40 minutes. All right. See you in the next video.